This is John Paul Wright coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and I am going to cover this article that came out saying Johnny Depp's lawyer responded to this text Johnny made that's getting around about Amber Heard where he wants to, well, do some nasty stuff. And Johnny's lawyer, of course, has a pretty good defense. So, let's get into the article. Here we see it. Johnny Depp's lawyer responds after actor's disturbing text about Amber Heard read in court. In case you missed it, we'll go over that one more time what Johnny said. Johnny Depp's legal battle in the UK is heating up. The actor was in London's High Court Wednesday for his libel case against News Group newspapers. The parent company of The Sun, Depp is suing the paper over a 2018 article that alleged he had been abusive to ex-wife Amber Heard. During the preliminary hearing, disturbing text messages were read aloud in court in which the Pirates of the Caribbean star purportedly wrote he would burn and drown his then-girlfriend. However, an attorney for Depp fired back Thursday saying the texts aren't being reported about properly. So, he said that he would burn and drown her and then F her corpse, which is apparently what the text was. That's why I said in the beginning of the video, some pretty nasty stuff. But let's see the defense for that. And, you know, the bottom line is this. Sticks and stones will hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. And even if Johnny texts that, they're just words. Compared to what Amber Heard did, it just doesn't really hold up. And if you don't know what Amber Heard did, well, then you're a little behind. She did some stuff like going to the bathroom on his bed and cutting his finger off and acting very crazy. The actor's U.S. attorney Adam Waldman told Yahoo Entertainment this is why Johnny Depp seeks justice in court and not the media. The media will not report that at the end of a demonstrated abuse victim's single frustrated text to a friend. Johnny confides to Paul Bettany that he could in fact never spray my rage at the one I love and says he will use pills instead to numb the pain. This is the best text of 70,000 the Desperate Sun tabloid could muster to save their skin. During Wednesday's hearing, Depp's UK lawyer David Sherborne said Heard was not a victim but the aggressor. One person, one side is lying and one is not, Sherborne added. Obviously, we say that it is Ms. Heard who is lying and Depp is 100% clear about that. So, this is the part that I like. Nowhere, I repeat, nowhere is there a single smoking gun, text or email, no document, unlike Ms. Heard's own taped confession we looked at before. There is no document where Mr. Depp says, I hit Ms. Heard, let alone I hit her on numerous occasions, he argued per Vanity Fair. So his lawyer's basically saying, in other words, Amber Heard has no real solid evidence against Johnny, and the text thing, yes, it was a nasty thing to say, I guess, but it's not really serious compared to what Amber Heard did, and it's not actually a crime, and the things Amber Heard did are actually a crime. There's no arguing against that. Those are the facts. So here are some other things that they took out from Johnny's text that I did not go over on this channel. I'm going to probably stop the booze thing, darling. Drank all night before I picked Amber up to fly to LA this past Sunday. Ugly mate. No food for days. Powders, half a bottle of whiskey, 1,000 Red Bull, and vodka pills, and 2 bottles of Champers on a plane, and what do you get? I am admittedly too effing the head to spray my rage at the one I love for a little reason, as well as I'm too old to be that guy, but pills are fine. So I think I missed that before in my last video about Johnny's defense, but the main thing to take home here is that, as Johnny's lawyer said, Miss Amber has nothing solid on him, and even this, you know, quote-unquote very nasty text about burning her and effing her corpse and things like that are just words in the end of someone frustrated. And just words isn't actually something that's a crime. So this part here is a key point for me. One person, one side is lying and one is not, Sherburne added. Obviously, we say that it is Miss Heard who is lying. Mr. Depp is 100% clear about that. And the thing is, in the end, we're going to have to pick someone who is lying and someone who isn't, and it seems like Johnny has the evidence that Amber Heard is the crazy one. Just when you hear her voice, the way she kind of flip-flops and things she's saying, the way her attitude's kind of like a little girl. Obviously, like I mentioned before, the things she physically did we have proof for, which is mostly the finger, and I gotta go back to her taking the crap in his bed. That's just really psychologically messed up. I've actually never heard of that in my life, So if I heard that in a court case as a judge, I'd be like, well, I could listen to this guy here who's saying that, or this girl here who's, well, just kind of saying not much at all. As far as the petitions, they're growing a little bit. I'll have a video when one hits 400,000 and maybe a couple more comments from you guys on that one. Also, how Johnny wants to take the thing away from the media is, like, obvious. Amber does too. Johnny does too. It's not a fight they want to have on social media, stuff like that. They want it in the court. So, you know, that part makes sense. Obviously, that's going to happen. Alright, I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Do a shoutout right now. Shout out to Rev Kev, cool guy. Been a while since I've seen him, but I'm still there, Rev. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate the support. If you're not subscribed here, click that subscribe button. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, Amber Heard, little Star Wars, pop culture, actor drama, whatever I feel like doing, Japan vlogs, and I will see you next time.